Hey guys. I work on several different projects, and I know a lot of you guys do. And I wanted to show you how I organize so that I maximize the most of my time and am not scattered and juggling balls all day long. Because if you're managing multiple projects, it can be really difficult to bounce back and forth. So I wanted to give you guys a little tutorial on how I do that. So first of all, if I'm managing multiple projects, I try to chunk my time in a way that allows me to say, all right, only this amount of time is going to be devoted to this project. Now, when I do that, I say, like usually in the morning, I devote it right away to a certain project where like the first hour or 2 hours is devoted to that one project. Then I have a physical space that I go to that's only for that project. Now, some of you might not have that flexibility. Let's say maybe you have just a home office. Let me give you a little tour on how I do that. So right now I'm in what's known as our sunroom. I got a little avocado tree in the back, not real typical for Montana. Great place to work with a lot of sunlight. I do a majority of my work here, so if there's a project that takes up most of my time, it's going to be in here. To give you guys a little idea, so this is just like kind of an elevated desk that's put on a table. So that's just one workspace, right? And that's where I'm going to do the first project of the day. I'm going to come in here, plan my day. If you guys had watched my videos in the past, like I have the same routine every morning for the first hour, and part of that's involves planning my day. So I'll plan my day, maybe have a small cup of coffee, or right now I'm really into tea, and then I'll start my work day, in here in this room. Then the next chunk of time, I am physically going to get up. I'm going to take my laptop. I'm going to walk into, oh man, you guys get to see my really pink kitchen right now. That came with the house. That's getting changed. So right here, this is the dining room table. This table is perfect for sitting at and getting work done. So this is the second physical space I go to. So if I go from one space to the next, it is now devoted to the next project. I do not do any sort of bouncing back and forth between emails. I do not answer text messages for another project. I simply sit down and do 25-minute blocks of time devoted to a project, and usually I'll do at least 2 blocks of those times. So I'll do 25 minutes, 5 minutes off, get back to another 25 minutes, then assess whether or not I need to move on to the next project. Let's say I do need to move on to a third project. Now guess what? I pick up my laptop. I go downstairs. You guys are going to come downstairs with me. This is my original home office. So this is a downstairs den. I'll record videos down here sometimes. It's just like a nice open space. But in here I have my own desk. You'll notice I have let's see if you guys can see this. So you'll notice I have 10,000 written on the wall. That's part of my goal for the month is or not the month, but for several months, it's getting to 10,000 subscribers, and that's for an email list. So I'll physically come down here, I'll hang out in this workspace. This is just another place I devote to, right? And let's say I'm working on a fourth project. Well, guess what? Now I'm going to come into, and I really don't like doing this. This is my bedroom, but I have what's considered a standing desk, aka my dresser. So let's say, I have a fourth project. I'll actually set my laptop on top. I will sit here at my desk, aka standing desktop, aka dresser, and type out a bunch of stuff, send off emails, maybe it just involves phone calls. Maybe I'm doing sales calls for a certain project. I will physically go to the other space if that's just for that project and make the phone calls there. That way I'm not splitting my time back and forth, because it takes a lot of time to stop a project and start a project, right? And if I want to have dedicated time focused to just doing the right work, it's helpful to just shut off all the other distractions, like all the other incoming communication from those other projects. One last thing, I'm sitting down right now, and I, on my computer, have where I clear a lot of the cookies on my browser so that let's back up here. So I have different browsers dedicated to different projects. So for one software that I'm working with, it's just with Safari. For another, it's Chrome. Another, it's Firefox or Midori or whatever browser you want to devote to it. And then I clear the cookies for that browser, and so that like, Facebook doesn't pull up when I'm typing in www.f, or, if I type in T, it doesn't pull up Twitter. And that way I don't get distracted. And then, from that point forward, the history for that browser should only be devoted to sites that are specifically for that project. Then let's say that project's done and I go to another project, I'm going to clear the history again and do the same thing over for that browser. Does that make sense? So that way, I don't have other distractions on the browser. I'll usually shut my phone off. I'll actually pull up Google and type in timer, and then timer will allow me to just do 25-minute chunks. And as soon as that buzzer goes off, I know that I'm done and on to the next thing. So hope this helps for you guys. Let's say you don't have that much space in your house. Maybe it's going to different coffee shops. Maybe saying like this coffee shop, I'm going to do this project, and then the next coffee shop is going to be that. Or let's say I go to my home and do one project, and then I go to the library and do another project. I found that physically moving my space really helps. It's like going to the gym. Like when I'm at the house, I really can't do the workout because home is where I relax and hang out. I can't do the workout at home real efficiently because I'll get distracted, or I'll put it off, or I'll drink another cup of coffee and sit on the patio. So I actually have to go to the gym to work out. But same thing with the project. So hope you guys find this useful. Apply it in your life, even if it's something not related to work. Maybe it's schoolwork. Maybe it's writing out a resume. Maybe whatever that project is. Dedicate space so that it doesn't allow anything as far as a distraction to creep in, and try and find ways to focus your time. You'll be much more productive. Hope this helps. Comment below if this is something you're into, or check out my website, kevshoe.com, and there'll be more like productivity related stuff and ways that I help organize my day and organize how I can be more effective. Talk to you guys soon.